Hey guys, so today I'm here to film my TBR for the SuperHeroAthon, which is being run by Bexnbookx and G-Swizzel's books, who I'll link down below with the announcement videos and such. But I'm excited. I haven't done a readathon, I think, since the Booktubeathon last year. Like, I used to be so into readathons and now I have no time. But two of my favourite people are running this readathon, so I want to join in and support and just have fun. And I love superheroes too, so this should be really, really good. And I just got back from Fiji and this readathon is just in time. And I'd really like to challenge myself into the readathon and try and read as much as I actually can, because I have so many books on my TBR and I want to keep up to date with my Goodreads reading goal, you know? Like, I'm mainly staying like on track or one book ahead, but I want to be further ahead with the reading goals. This readathon's just happening at the perfect time and I'm excited. Also, the readathon's going for 2 weeks and it's going from the 25th of March to the 8th of April, so it's very chill and there is 10 challenges that you can choose to do or you don't have to do. And so it can be very relaxing or very stressful, and I love having readathons where you just try and read as much as you can and you're challenging yourself and it's just like, heck yeah! Challenge accepted. So let's get into the books I'm gonna read. So the first challenge is Iron Man, and it's read a book that's an oldie but a goldie. See, I wrote goldie, it's oldie but goodie, and I saw that in everyone else's videos. Oldie but goodie. Oldie but goldie just works so much better though. So I'm going to be reading Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, and I know I have not read this book yet and the movie's coming out, so I really want to read it, but this is an old book that everyone really likes, so I'm really going to try and read this book. And I bought it like 3 years ago because everyone was raving about it and I didn't read it, so this is perfect time. So number 2 is Captain America, and it's to read a book that represents your country, and I can literally not think of anything. Like, there is hardly any books set in Australia that I haven't sort of already read, so I feel really bad for Australia, and Captain America is my favourite Avenger, but I cannot think of anything honestly to read. Like, I might think of something during the readathon, but at the moment I cannot think of any YA book set in Australia, if that's what represents the country, or is it meant to be an author. Like, I don't know. If you got any recommendations to give my way, that would be really helpful. Okay, number 3 is Captain Marvel, and that is to read a new release that has grabbed your attention. Well, mate, I need to read this book. This is actually the Biblio Squad's book pick for the month of March, so this works really well and will be my first read of the readathon, because the first week of the readathon does take place in March, so perfect opportunity to read this book and smash out some books for the SuperHeroAthon. Okay, Ant-Man, read a tiny book that packs a punch. I seriously couldn't think of anything, but something did come to mind and I'm like, yes, this is the best time to read it. That is Ferris by Marissa Meyer, and this is the novella about Queen Lavanna, and I've been wanting to read Winter for the longest time, but I had to read this novella. There's a lot of mixed reviews about it and I just didn't want to have to sit there and read this, so hopefully it packs a punch and then I can go on to Winter, which I've had sitting there for the longest time. Like, I've read the first 3 books in the Lunar Chronicles, but I have not finished the series yet, so this is a good time to try and do it. Number 5 is Hulk Smash, and that is to read an intimidating book on your TBR you want to smash out. So the book I'm picking is Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor, and the reason for this is because I'm hecka scared to go into it, because after reading Daughter of Smoke and Bone, which was like over a year ago, at the start of last year I read the first book and I absolutely loved it, but I've been too hesitant to pick up the sequel, so I am really going to try and read it, because this is intimidating to me, because I don't know what's going to happen. There's 2 more books and shit's going to go down and I'm scared, and I kind of just wanted to stay there where my characters are currently at the end of book 1, but I hope the story's good, the rest of it, so I'm gonna read this and hope for the best. Challenge number 6 is Black Panther, and you need to read a book with a person of colour as the main character. And again, I'm sitting there looking at my shelves and I'm like, I literally cannot think of anything, because I'm looking at my books and I'm like, I don't even remember what half of these are about in the second that I was looking, but then I remembered I got Reign the Earth by A.C. Gorgon, and everyone's been raving about this book, so I think it's a perfect opportunity to read it and to see what everyone's going on about. So I think this is going to be a really good story, and I've heard a lot of good reviews and I'm just very intrigued by it. Challenge number 7 is Thor, and that is to read a book set in a different world, and I'm going to finally be reading Akane by Lynette Nodi. This does take place in a different world. I think she starts out at Earth and then she goes through a doorway or something to a different world. So many people rave about this book, including G-Swizzel, so I'm gonna finally pick it up and finally understand what you're going on about. I heard you talk about the last book in your wrap-up though, so I'm kind of scared to get to this point, but I'm gonna finally do it. I'm gonna finally do it. Okay, number 8 is Black Widow, and you need to read a book with a kick-ass main character, and I've decided to go with Talon by Julia Kagawa. I don't actually know if she's kick-ass, but she's a dragon, so does that count? But really, I'm picking this book because I really need to start the series, because I own so many of the books and haven't read it yet, and I've literally had this book for like 3 to 4 years, so I need to just pick it up, and I think a dragon sounds like she would be a kick-ass main character. Number 9 is what Stan Lee would do, and this is to read a Marvel comic, and I am not a fan of comic books in a sense. Like, that just makes me sound really, really bad. Like, I say, oh my god, I like superheroes, but I like watching the Marvel movies and all that and knowing about the stories, but I'm not a big fan of like comic books or graphic novels. They're just not really my thing, and I also don't have one, so that's also a reason why, and it's too much effort to buy a comic book right now. But yeah, they're just not really my thing. Like, I could watch a Marvel movie or something like that. Does that count as a comic? And number 10 is the Avengers, so read a book with hashtag squad goals. So, I don't know if you would have guessed it, but I'm going to try and read Winter by Marissa Meyer, because if I can get through Fairest, I can get through this book. But it is like 800 pages long, and it's heavy, and like, seriously, how can a book look this skinny, yet have so many pages? Like, how thin do these feel? My god, like, this is going to kill me. Like, I think if I manage to get through every other book, I will pick this up at the end of the readathon, because I don't know how I'm going to go. So, we'll see. So, this is my TBR for the readathon, and I hope to get through all of these books. I don't really know what order I'm going to go with, except that Ibsidio is first, and then probably Ready Player One. So, I'm ready for the movie. Yes, there is 2 challenges that I am not going to be completing, because I cannot think of a single damn book for them, and because I'm not a fan of comics. So, I can do what I want. I can do what I want in this readathon. So, I think 8 books, 4 books a week is something I can hopefully do, because I have done readathons where I try to read 7 and I'm like, I read 2. Anyway, I'm so happy that these girls have decided to do this readathon, and Bexnbookx and finally make a readathon, because I know she was so excited about this, and I love that G-Swizzel is helping her. So hopefully everyone can read everything they want to read, and just, yeah, good luck to everyone. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!